Forkel. I'm a Christian author and avid reader, and let me just tell you about a book that I read over the Christmas season called The Christmas Company by Alys Murray. Now, first of all, let me just say that it is Hallmark Publishing, which usually I can tell right off the bat that if Hallmark Publishing does it, I will at least enjoy it. If it's not even in my top 10, I know that it will at least get me a good read. Usually they're pretty easy to read as well. Now, going through the things that I liked about the book, it was honestly something I hadn't really seen as much, though it had those Christmas aspects of Hallmark movies where it's, you know, big city man or woman comes to a small town and tries to change things up or save something. It kind of had aspects of both in it, where a big city man is trying to take down this Christmas company that this company has, and this woman is trying to save it. So you kind of get that average Hallmark experience, but it was honestly very interesting. The whole town in this book is supposed to be like dedicated to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and so they do this big production throughout the entire town. And I will say another high note of it was the ending kind of took me by surprise a little bit. It wasn't like your standard Hallmark movie ending, and I think the fact that it was in book form kind of helped that, because I don't know how they would have pulled it off in a movie necessarily as much. Then moving on to the parts that I didn't like as much. Now, this is just a personal preference. Whenever I'm reading, I definitely take into account how small the font is. And if you can tell by that, the font is a little small. The margins are bigger, but the font and then also the spacing between the lines was a little small for my preference. The chapters were a little on the longer side. So it was like you were reading, it felt like I was reading a lot just to get to the next chapter, which again, that's just my preference. I honestly didn't really see anything bad about the book itself. It's more just the formatting, which again, it's a preference. Little things that I take into account, and I also want to tell you about them because I know that other people care about those things. But yeah, definitely check out Christmas Company by Alys Murray. I got it for Christmas last year and I read it this year, and it was definitely enjoyable. So check it out.